Welcome to Empires and Puzzles discussion video, where I'm going to speak about what is the logic that I use to limit break heroes, and especially since limit breakers arrived about 2 years back. I think around that time, I will primarily speak about which heroes I choose to limit break the second time. So primarily LB2, because LB1 is too old. Now every practical hero is being limit broken. When limit breakers arrived, the decision at that particular time for the LB1 is almost the same as the decision I take for LB2, which is I look at active heroes. So I'm not looking at passive heroes. And this thought just came to speak about this because quite a few people have, but there is one channel viewer who has asked for this. And certain new players also occasionally write in or message. So let's look at my roster and then I will proceed with the video that I wanted to make. So as you see, almost all the regular heroes that I use, they are limit broken. All. The legendaries for sure. And some of the important epics that I use are limit broken. So that's completely the process that I follow. Current hero, the latest, I see how much of a shelf space the hero has. If I see that the hero has a possibility of a good 6 to 12 months, which is very subjective, I automatically limit break the hero immediately. But the more helpful logic would be, who do I decide to limit break the second time? The LB2s. So let's go into my defense. So this is my defense team. Oh, actually I removed the fellow because I just completed Von Rothbart. Okay, so there are few heroes that I have limit broken given LB2. So one of them is Hachiko. I use Hachiko on offense and defense, and I use him all the time. He is carrying one team in every war that I fight or participate in, which means twice a week. He leads a team. So when a hero leads a team is so important, that's a plus. Then when I look at the hero special, this special is going to be an evergreen. So if there is a LB3 that comes, I will give the LB3 to Hachiko also. Why? The damage to all enemies is standard. It's a counter attack and the critical chance that he gives that makes this hero extremely valuable across times. Of course, there will be heroes that will come through, that will bypass no matter what and all those. That's fairly okay. But he not just helps in terms of defense, but he also creates a better quality offense and plays a support role. So that's how he becomes a multifaceted hero. There's another hero that I have given the LB2, which is Shacklebolt. I use Shacklebolt as a tank. I just changed to one that arrived 2 days back. And hence I have broken Shacklebolt because he again goes into a tanky and a defense mode. So again, a hero that can be used on offense and defense comes into play, and how good the special is. So again, impacts. There are 3 different impacts that this hero has, plus has got the passive being a construct hero. So he is going to be used for a good while unless something different happens. So that's the rationale that I have used for him. There is another hero that I have given LB2, which is not here. There are very few heroes that I have given limit breaker second time. I'm looking at. Yeah. Again, Ludwig, I primarily brought him to activate the taunt. And of course, I use him as a tank. So from that perspective, I said if I have Ludwig and his special is excellent, once it starts rolling, it does its job. Then there is a hero that is amongst my favorite heroes in the game, and that is a green fellow. Yeah, so he was the first hero that I limit broke, and the aim at that time was the role that he used to fulfill. This was quite a while back, and then he stayed the only legendary to have been limit broken for a long period of time, stealing everything. Now, of course, there are quite a few other heroes through the passive steal things. They have their specials that steals, but earlier times this guy was the main fellow that used to steal things, and he has served very well in this game for me. So I had completed a second one. I would have completed a third one also if I had got, but of course now I have other options. So the Hatter. So what this again shows is something very unique and long term. I still use him. Obviously he requires the support of the Gazelle buff and so on and so forth, but I still use him, and that shows that since the beginning of the game till now, 7.5 years old, this hero is still relevant. So longevity of relevance of the hero. Similar is going to be the situation of Gazelle, but then I haven't given the LB because I've got 4 Gazelles. So my first aim is to give LB1 to all the 4. 2 have got it. Third and the fourth have to get it. So that's the part that comes in to play. Now there is this new hero that has come in. Now, of course, there's passives that have already started coming. Specials will also come to stop the dancing. However, this hero has again a unique special that causes mayhem. So to keep this hero alive, if I'm going to use this hero on offense, great, but also on defense, I will give a LB2. So the general theme that is coming out is LB2 decisions are based, from my perspective, okay, if I'm a heavy spender, then it really doesn't matter. Any hero that I like, I will LB2. But for those players who are non-spenders and LB resources are not free-flowing, they would be better served to identify heroes that are useful on offense and defense, and leaning a little bit towards the defense. So I would say a 55-45, 55 utility on defense, and of course every hero almost can be used on offense. So if the probability is higher for utility on defense, that's a good candidate for LB2s. That's the logic. Now, it's the same rationale that I apply in case of the, what do you call, 4 stars and 3 stars. Of course, it's easier to do the 3 stars and 4 stars because you don't need those 5-star aethers. What's the tournament? Yeah, I have to still do this. So I will do that. I will again go back into the roster to show you how I have gone about. Which are the ones that I have? I haven't given LB2 to all. Again, there's Cademan, Leisure. I also took care of him because I wanted to use him as much as possible in the legendary play for this part of the special, removing all wither effects. Then, of course, when you look at everybody else, I haven't done any other LB2s. There are many LB1s. So the aim is to have more LB1s instead of LB2s. But over here, primarily, it was these 3. Again, when I'm setting up my rare hero defenses, you will see the same bunch of fellows that I have here. I have done more LB2s. So she is evergreen on defense and offense. Again, very useful because of that mega minion that shows up and that really creates an impact. And of course, the wither part a little bit. Then very good special these heroes have. So I have LB2 them, and he's one of my top picks for LB2. Then there is a hero that I can take for other gameplay, I mean higher level rarities, and that's this guy Nodri. So perfect case, elemental defense down, top case for LB2s. Dolgon, again, in many aspects of the game, very useful, because in 2 matches, his first portion of the special starts off, and he is my pseudo healer and protector for bloody battle kind of a situation. There you are. You can see that. He, of course, comes into play for a host of things apart from rush, useful in the events. So again, a good candidate for LB2s. Trivial early on, because Trivial was absolutely menacing. So the rational, overall flowing rational for LB2s is good use of the hero on both offense and defense. What is the longevity of the hero? And there is another hero that I will show that should give you some kind of an idea. Is this hero, Zandrela. Yeah. Now that's a unique special, and there is a green hero that has come with similar special that is impacting, I think, 3 or all. So it's not about how much damage she causes. Plus, at the same time, very tricky, because ice, she basically is absolutely powerful against the ice, because she just stops them apart from giving them that initial damage. So this kind of a hero, again, is a fun hero and has a long-term impact. So she could also be, she was an obvious choice for leveling up and LB1, but could also become an LB2 candidate. So I wanted to make this video to talk about the rational that I'm using. And it's not a complicated rational. I mean, seriously, it's really not a complicated rational. The only thing is we get intimidated by concern that, oh, it must be some major thing. No, the fellows who spend, they will LB2 as in whosoever they feel like. The ones who are non-spenders and optimize their resources, this is the rational that they use, that, you know, I would like to LB a hero or LB2. I will also show you one more thing. In this, you can actually see that none of my healers, or very rare healer, is LB1. So actually, let me go into the roster. That will be honest. See, so she is not LB. Then non-LB. 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 Same has been the case with Director Zuri, non-LB. Not limit broken. Whereas literally everybody has limit broken this version for the sake of this version as a tank. I might make an exception in this case at some time when I decide to use her as a tank. Till I don't use her as a tank, I'm not going to LB this hero. And I'm going to complete her. I really like this special. It's excellent for today's times. All allies get plus 50% boost attack as long as the caster has a conditional buff. I have got 2 Arcos, and I have started working on the third one. I suddenly found that he was there, and none of them are limit broken. So the healers are not limit broken. I might make an exception, as I said, in case of Toon Viveka. So, oh, he came online. That's the one that I wanted to actually. So when I was watching Chloris, I forget her name. Yeah, Chloris. is when the thought came, because I have been thinking of completing her. When I complete her, maybe, I don't know, maybe I might limit break her, because I might use her as a tank, as a green tank, or as a regular flank to the tank. So that's that. There is another hero that is coming very close to getting LB2, and that is this hero. Now, of course, Nautica is a healer, but increases mana straight away of nearby allies by 33%. And nearby allies get plus 40% mana generation for 4 turns. The caster and nearby allies get plus 50% critical chance. It's the second, third, and the fourth portion of the special which makes this hero mind-boggling. This is a very powerful hero, both on offense and defense, and hence becomes an excellent case. So I might break my norm, and plus he is also boosted health because of being a construct hero through that passive. So yes, this hero becomes extremely important from a longevity in the game and impact on defense and offense. So I've given enough examples. I hope this clarifies and explains what is the rationale that I use for limit breaking heroes. So good luck getting your choice done. Back yourself up, follow this particular process, and enjoy the game. Thanks for watching. Cheers, and see you in the next one.